Hello everyone, my name is Mathis Irondil, and today in The Sims 2 I'm going to be doing something a little bit different, and very likely something that I've never done before. So, a little background is that I've been playing The Sims 2 since 2004 or very early 2005. I don't remember the exact date. I'm pretty sure I got it for Christmas when the game came out, so likely 2004. And when the game launched, it came out with the 3 base game towns, the Golden Child, Pleasant View, my favorite, Strangetown, and Veronaville. And mostly when I played the game, I played in my own custom neighborhoods, or I played in Pleasant View or Strangetown. I'm very unfamiliar with Strangetown up until very recently. If you've watched on my channel, I have done a 40-year playthrough, or like my own personal playthrough of Strangetown, where I've progressed the game in 40 days. I'm currently working on the same thing in Veronaville, and I've also done one in River Blossom Hills. Now, these 3 towns I'm very familiar with now, especially Veronaville now, because I'm definitely doing that at the moment. River Blossom Hills I am, and Belladonna Cove. I'm, to an extent, familiar with Belladonna Cove, because Apartment Life was the last expansion that came out, and I played, wanted to experiment with the apartments that came out and the witches and all that stuff. However, one expansion pack that I did not get, because I got all the expansion packs as they came out. One expansion that I never got back when I was a child and all that stuff was Free Time. And even to this day, I have never played in a Desiderata Valley. I don't know if I've ever even opened it. So, that's what I want to do in this video. I want to go in and look at Desiderata Valley and just check it out, look at the families and see what's going on. And I hope you guys will enjoy this little venture exploration session with me. Alright, so the hobbies are just now finishing up here. I've had to go through all the loading screens, the pets, the weather. Oh, now we're going to the magic. Because, yeah, I'm just now, for the first time, loading up Desiderata Valley. I've had this Sims save for about 4 years now. Whenever I started my my YouTube channels, when I started this Sims save here. So yeah, it's been sitting here this entire time without me opening Desiderata. The rest of them I've opened at least one time. Yeah, I'm excited to check all this stuff out. And here we have the flyover of the town. Looks like they got a nice aqueduct. That's a nice little, I would call it a beach house, but it's not anywhere near a beach. But yeah, this looks, if I'm honest, it kind of reminds me of Pleasant View. I don't know if that was like the theme of it or what, but yeah, so here we go. Welcome to Desiderata Valley. Serenely nestled in the hills, Desiderata Valley is a place of dreams, hopes, and aspirations. Many have found the quiet hills a wonderful place to relax and pursue their favorite pastimes. Who knows what destiny has in store for the Sims of Desiderata Valley? Can Victor convince Elizabeth to grow their family? Will Elizabeth listen to him? What will Louis discover in the attic? Could it be the answer to his lifelong question? I don't know who these guys are. Sophia, Marcel, and Violet have a wonderful family life. Can they continue through the stresses to come? Will they find the time to relax and enjoy life? The Bell family, so these are the Bells, is doing wonderfully well, but will Hannah's sister moving in cause a critical disturbance? Love and understanding are the foundations of a healthy family life, but can the Contraries gain enough of it to keep themselves together? Watching others is what John really does best. Will he finally learn to live his own life? I don't know if he's like a spy, like in the intelligence career maybe? Natasha loves grilled cheese. I mean, she really loves grilled cheese. Will she find someone who shares her dreams, or is there more of a mystery out there for her? Interesting. Well, I know that there's usually a play order to towns and stuff, but I don't know the play order. So I just thought I would go from the top of the town, or what I would call the top of the town, to the bottom. So we'll go Aspir family, Una, Belle, Joque, I don't know how to pronounce it, Mole, and Contrary. I'm going to guess that the Mole is the guy that I think is a spy. So let's go ahead and start with the Aspir family. And yeah, this is the same thing we learned in the intro to the town. So this is the Aspir family. They live at 250 Main Street. And it looks like they have a pretty big house and a sizable amount of wealth here. So let's go ahead and hop on in. Alright, so here we have the Aspir family. They have a pretty nice house, actually. Let's go up a floor. Anything up here? Not here. But oh, there's the attic that they were talking about. Alright. So let's go ahead and look. This is Luis Aspir. He is a knowledge sim. Has logic fully maxed out. And he is a retired city planner, which is the level 10 of the architect career, I think. He wants some random aspirations, but that's probably just to do with his normal ones. Nothing. Oh, he's a tinkerer, apparently. Oh, no. Yeah, he's tinkering because he's reading the technology section of the newspaper. That's cool. I wonder if that was programmed in or not, because I know a lot of the non-base game towns didn't have, like, the scenarios planned in, like, programmed in. What does it say about him here? Luis has lived a long and satisfying life. He knows there is more to learn, but making friends is important to him as well. He just doesn't understand his cousin Natasha's views on grilled cheese and that strange Mr. Mole character. Alright, well there's Mr. Humble. Alright, so who is Elizabeth? So here is Elizabeth Aspir. Is she... She's not his daughter. We'll look at the family tree here in a second. So this is Elizabeth Aspir. She is a fortune sim and is currently a field representative in the business career. She is a Virgo and is pretty well-rounded out. The only thing she is just a little bit more serious. And she really doesn't have too many skills, but she's fairly good at cleaning. What does it say about her, then? Go to Elizabeth's bio. Elizabeth is a classic working mother. She has a beautiful baby girl, a job she likes, a loving husband, and her sewing machine. But there is something that she is missing. Perhaps if she tries a new hobby, she will find a calling in her life. So then this must be her husband. This is Victor Aspir. And Victor is a family sim. He already wants a baby. And he wants a pet, too. Victor is a nurse, level 3 in the medical career, and he wants more children, lots and lots of children, but Elizabeth is satisfied with just Pauline. How can a loving husband convince his workaholic wife to increase the family? That's a good question. So it looks like he is then a Pisces and is very lazy, but well-rounded elsewhere, except he's a little bit more neat and a little bit, he's actually very playful. And together, Victor and Elizabeth have little Pauline here. Pauline is a Pisces like her... I thought I saw somebody... Oh yeah, her father. So she has the identical personality of her father. And Pauline is a happy baby, but lonely. She's eager to learn, but she'll have to wait to see what destiny has in store. Is she actually lonely? No, not really. But I guess she just doesn't have anybody to play with. There's nobody else in the household except for her parents and grandfather, I believe. So she'll probably end up being a family sim, maybe. I don't really know. It depends on what I go for if I ever play this town. But let's go ahead and look at the family tree. So, oh, she does have a friend here. Alright, so her mother is Elizabeth Aspir and her father is Victor. And so Victor's father is Luis, but his mother, Noriko, has passed away. And Elizabeth's parents, Diana and Cyrus, are also gone. I don't know if their gravestones are anywhere in this household or not. But they have... This is kind of a neat house. It's like split up. Like here is the kitchen and somebody's bedroom. I'm going to guess this is Luis's bedroom, if I just had to take a wild guess. But they've got the architect station, which yeah, this has to be Luis's house, because he's a architect. He was an architect. I don't know if you would call it his house, but it's like more like a shed. So this must be Elizabeth and Victor's bedroom. And then this, of course, is little Pauline's. Yeah, this is a really nice house. I actually really like this. Oh, there's Marcel Joque, who is one of the other families in this town. But then up here in the attic, it looks like we have a genie lamp. So that must be what they were hinting at. is hidden away. But yeah, this is kind of a nice little family. All right, now before I move on to the next family, I just want to say if you guys are enjoying this video, if you would consider leaving a like down below. Also, if you want to see more stuff like this, maybe consider leaving a subscription. I also have a Discord, which is primarily meant for Sims content, posting, what you have been doing in The Sims, but there will be some stuff for other games in the future too. Now, we just looked at the Aspir family, so then we have the Bell family, with Hannah Bell, Isaac Bell, Daniel Bell, and Sharon Bell. The Bell family is doing wonderfully well, but will Hannah's sister moving into it cause a critical disturbance? So this one looks like a simple family getting disturbed by, or not disturbed, well, I guess I use the word disturbance here, getting shaken up by somebody's sister moving in. It sounds a lot like Crentfold if you watch my my custom neighborhood series. But let's go ahead and hop into 1050 East Leisure Lane and see what's going on. Okay, the family started off with me centered on little Daniel Bell here, so I guess we'll look at him first. So this is Daniel Bell. He is an A student in public school and is a Pisces here. If I was looking at this, I would say he's probably... Now, my list here says that he's probably a knowledge sim, and yeah, maybe. I would say he probably will be a knowledge sim. But his bio here, it says that Daniel loves drawing and seems to have inherited his mother's artistic abilities. Will his mother let him develop his own, or only nurture his artistic qualities? Okay. I guess what that means is that he's like a naturally artistic kid, but is he going to be able to do his own thing? Or is she only going to force him to do artistic things? Like, if she sees him as some sort of prodigy, is she going to make him focus only on those things? Or is he going to get the chance to do what he actually wants to do, not just what he's good at? I think that's what that's hinting at, but I'm not entirely sure. So let's go ahead and look at his actual mother, Hannah, here. Hannah is a family sim, apparently. She is a Sagittarius, which maybe is a family sim. I don't know. But she met Elizabeth Aspir in high school. They have been inseparable ever since. Even marriage and raising their own families hasn't weakened their relationship. Is that true? I guess, yeah, that's true. Okay, so she is best friends with Elizabeth Aspir. However, they are not BFFs, but that might just be something that wasn't introduced in Free Time. I don't actually remember when BFFs was introduced. I have no memory of when it came into the game. But she is a backup dancer, level 2 in the dancing career. So very interesting. Or rather, not all that interesting whatsoever. And then she is married to Isaac Bell. Isaac is a popularity sim. He is also a Sagittarius, but he has very different personality to his wife. Quite different, actually. And I would say he is probably a popularity sim. That makes sense for him. He is a level 3 in the entertainment career, which makes him a mime. And his bio says... Isaac has a good life and has started climbing the ranks in his dream career. Can he balance both reaching for the stars and keeping his family happy? I mean, maybe. You never know. And then I think this is Hannah's sister, Sharon Worth. Sharon is a romance sim, and she is a Gemini. I guess, yeah, I would say that this is definitely a romance sim kind of deal here. Sharon has decided to move in with her sister's family until she becomes a bit more financially stable. She has found herself very interested in Mr. Mole, but has a difficult time getting to know him. So then she's after... what's his name? Where is he at? Ah, here he is. John Mole. So John is like the super secret agent spy guy. We'll get to know him eventually here. But then, what was her name again? Sharon is also in the dancing career, but she is at level 3. Interesting. Okay. So that is the family, the Bell family, or the Worth family, whatever you want to call them. I guess it would be Bell because the majority of them are Bells here. Here's Marcel Joque. So let's look around the house, see if there's any kind of storytelling that's going on here. And it doesn't really look like it. It looks like it is just a standard Sims living area. Is there like a drawing tablet or anything around here that would like... I don't see anything. Like they've got like balance beams here for the dancers so that they can practice ballet or whatever dance that they're currently working on. But I'm not really seeing anything that does with drawing. Like a sketch pad or, you know, even an easel. I don't see an easel, which would be the clearest analog to that in The Sims 2. And I'm not seeing it, unless it's out here. Is there like an easel out here? No. Huh. I might be completely missing it, but that seems like something that I definitely could have done well. But yeah, that looks like that's all that there really is to the Bell family. Yeah, there really wasn't a whole lot to the Bell family. The Aspir family kind of had a little bit more going for them with the genie lamp and the hidden upstairs attic or whatever we're going to call it. So I'm hoping the other families have a little bit more of that. Let's keep going this way. There's the Una family. The only one that lives here is Natasha. Natasha loves grilled cheese. I mean, really loves grilled cheese. Will she find someone who shares her dreams, or is there more of a mystery out there for her? This one might be interesting. Well, let's go ahead and hop into 1080 West Leisure Lane and check her out. Alright, and here we are in the Una family. Of course, Natasha here really just wants to make grilled cheese, and that's great. Well, she has an easel. That has nothing to do with her story, but she has an easel. Or, I mean, I think it has nothing to do with her story. So let's check her out real quick. So, Natasha is a Sagittarius Sim. And I don't know if this fits her aspiration or not, because this is not a normal aspiration. But, yeah, so Natasha is beginning to realize that there is more to life than crafting and the delightful aroma of grilled cheese. Even though her cousin Lewis doesn't approve, could her mysterious neighbor, Mr. Mole, help her find what she's missing? So he's another Sim that's tied to Mr. Mole, Mr. John Mole. My computer's making a very loud noise. Hopefully I can fix that in editing, but it has not made that loud noise in a long time. I apologize. But it looks like, yeah, she's just a very artistic Sim. She's got a pottery wheel. She has a lot of pots that she's had set up around here. She's got an easel. This could have been more in the Bell household. This could have really been, you know, a signifier for the little boy, whatever his name was. I can't remember what his name was. But yeah, I mean, this is... Oh, she's got like a sewing station, so she's definitely into crafting everything. Crafting art, crafting pottery, crafting, you know, usable, like, wearable things. That's really neat. Anything else in the house? I think this is probably it. But this specific household is an interesting one, and I do like this one quite a lot. The grilled cheese definitely gives her a unique spin, but it's kind of like a joke aspiration. One thing that I really wish The Sims 2 had more of is aspirations. It's one of the things that I think Sims 3 does really well, is giving people traits as opposed to just regular personality points. I wish that there was a middle ground. I wish that for The Sims 5 they would have like a middle ground if Sims 5 ever becomes a thing and we're not, you know, stuck with The Sims 4 too. But we'll see. But yeah, this is a very... So far, this is the most interesting house in Desiderata. And the next family we are moving on to is the Joque family. The Joque family is Sophia, Marcel, and Violet have a wonderful family life, but can they continue through the stresses to come? Will they find the time to relax and enjoy life? I don't know. It seems very similar. Like, that seems very similar to the Bell family. As in, they're doing wonderfully well. It's just they have a wrench thrown into the works, kind of thing. I don't know if the Joques have a wrench thrown into the works. Yeah, I'm thinking. I think that there's a theme in this town so far. Is that everybody is doing well until something changes and they're not doing well. But let's go ahead and hop into 1055 East Leisure Lane and see what goes on. Well, here we are. It's got me locked in on Marcel Joque here. Marcel appears to be a family sim, and most of his wants have to do with his, I'm guessing, daughter, and he wants to have another child. So I didn't check on Una's profession, by the way. It's probably something to do with culinary or arts. I might put in post right here what her profession is. But Marcel here is an Aquarius, and he's very active, very playful, and very nice. I think that's probably an okay family sim personality. I usually like to have them a little bit neater, but it's whatever. It's not like every family sim needs to be the exact same. Why is the game lagging so bad? Is it the rain? Is it my computer? Is it the lot? Who knows? But here we have Marcel. Marcel loves food, but Sophia loves a fit man. Can he strike a balance between his love for delectable delights and his waistline? Okay. So it seems that Sophia is fat-shaming her husband, maybe? Is that what's going on here? So Marcel is a fast food shift manager, level 3 in the culinary career. Okay. But his wife, Sophia, here, is a minor leaguer. She is very much athletic and is a popularity sim. Those two go hand in hand, of course. But Sophia is a Gemini and is very outgoing and is... they're very opposites, it looks like. Like, not total opposites, but on the serious and, like, grouchy spectrum, well, maybe not. I don't know. Oh. Wait, did she just... She's fat-shaming her husband, and she just put on some weight. I don't know what's going on here. But let's go ahead and check it. Sophia loves to work out and has a pretty demanding job. Can she and her best friend, Opal, find the time for themselves in their busy schedules? I mean, maybe. I feel like your personality has nothing to do with your husband. So, I don't really know what's going on here. And then this is a Violet Joque. Violet is a popularity sim and is, I would say she's fairly similar to her mother. Yeah, she's very similar to her mother even though she's a Leo. She is currently just a public school student. And let's see what the bio says about her. Violet and Rick have been best friends forever. But Rick is going through some rough times. Can she help him understand his parents? Can she help his parents understand him? So this is Rick Contrary. They are BFFs. So BFFs do exist in free time, apparently. So it's weird that they didn't have that in that previous family. Very interesting. So yeah, it looks like this is just a very meh family, if I had to say so. Not that I haven't created a family similar to this in my life, but it just seems like... So the rumors that I've heard about Desiderata Valley is that the families are just kind of not bad, but just kind of boring or kind of... Not a lot of thought has been put into them. Which is what I can say about a lot of families that I make, because I just want to make the families to move in really quick and play with. And it definitely does seem like a lot of the families that we've checked out so far, at least 3 out of the 4, have been sort of like this. The houses aren't bad so far. They're kind of boring. This one really doesn't tell a story other than what was her name? Sophia is athletic and she likes to work out. Like that, I can see that. She's into athletics. She likes hockey. She likes whatever sports these are for. Was there another workout station down below? No, but sports. That's what Sophia here likes. Does she have sports as her hobby? No, it's music and dance. I feel like that wasn't properly implemented with her. Even though, this is the expansion pack that introduced hobbies, I and cuisine isn't. Yeah, something's weird here. Something is weird here. Um, huh. I was trying not to be negative going into this town. I was trying to ignore everything that I've heard about it, but the more I look, the more I'm kind of just like, what is going on? What is going on, EA? I don't even know if Maxis worked on this expansion pack. I don't think they did. I believe the last expansion pack they worked on was Open for Business, or not Open for Business. Maybe Open for Business, maybe Pets. I don't know. I can look it up, but I don't know what's going on in this household. It just seems like a sports fan house. Marcel doesn't have a whole lot going on here, other than he has like a little nectar bar here, and he has an okay kitchen. Let's go ahead and hope that the next family is a bit more interesting. I think the next family we're going to check out is the Contrary family. I will do the Mole family last, I think. That is the last family, I think. Yeah, because that one definitely seems the most interesting. I might be wrong, but let's go ahead and hop into the Contrary family here. Love and understanding are the foundations of a healthy family life, but can the Contraries gain enough of it to keep themselves together? I mean, that seems like the most basic family description. Very much a theme here. But let's go ahead and hop into 1026 West Dreaming Drive and see if that is the case. And the first sim that we are locked into here is Rick Contrary. He is friends with Violet Joque from the last household we checked on. He is enemies with his mother and father, apparently. That is interesting. I like to see something like that. That is very cool. Let's go ahead and see. He is a Capricorn, which, okay. That makes him very active, not super nice, not super playful, and that, I guess that kind of fits within a Fortune aspiration. I think he could be a little bit more outgoing, but I think that's fine. How could Rick's parents ever understand what he's going through? They've never had to deal with the stresses of being a teenager. The only person that seems to get him is his best friend, Violet. Okay. That seems like the majority of teenagers, but it does give him, a bit of a story to go through, especially since he is starting off as enemies with his parents, even though that instantly just changed as he is playing games with his mother. But, yeah, it gives him something. He does not have a job, that's fine. His father here is Edward Contrary, and he is still enemies with his son. He is very much in love with his wife. He is a Scorpio, which I tend to not really associate with knowledge sims, but he's incredibly neat, very shy, sort of active, and very serious. I guess it kind of fits, but it's not perfect. He is currently a level 2 in the oceanography career. He's a dolphin tank cleaner. And he is content with his life thus far. Edward is constantly trying to improve himself, seeking knowledge wherever it can be found. He occasionally helps his close acquaintance, Mr. Mole, with tasks. Everybody has connection with Mr. Mole. So the Mole family definitely seems like the anchor in this household where everybody has connections to them. So that is at least something cool. It would be kind of nice if all the families had more connections to the other families. Like, Rick here has a connection to Violet, and that's nice. But other than that, everybody just seems to connect to John Mole. So then Edward here is connected to, or married to Opal. Opal is also a knowledge sim, and hers is, I would say, probably more straightforward knowledge sim. I would give her definitely knowledge if I was selecting her aspiration. She is currently the same career as her husband. These two are made for each other. They're the same in every way, I guess. But let's see. Opal loves her job, loves her friends, and especially loves her family. She wants to find a way to encourage her son to do more than just play games, but at least it makes him happy. That's boring. That's very boring. I'm sorry, Opal. But yeah, I guess the family house kind of represents... Not really. He has a computer that he can play video games on, and he has a video game console. Other than that, I mean, the fish tank Why did he just get a negative memory or aspiration from that? I don't know what's going on in this household. Um, I guess this is his room. It's kind of just blah. I don't get the 8-ball rug. It could definitely have something to do with more video games. I don't really know what's going on with this house. It doesn't really tell much of a story, in my opinion. It's a nice house. I would enjoy playing in this house. I just don't see how it reflects their personalities much at all. But now we're moving on to the household that I am most excited to play. Here we have John Mole. Watching others is what John does best. Will he finally learn to live his own life? I don't know. He seems to be living with everybody else's life, which is cool. I just wish he wasn't the only sim that seems to have infiltrated all the other families. So we're starting off, and he's right next to a telescope. I mean, that makes sense. He seems to spy on everybody. I'm going to get him out of that, though, because I don't want somebody running up here and yelling at him. So let's check him out. So John is a popularity sim. That's... I feel like knowledge would have been better for a spy, but whatever. I'll figure it out here in a second. So he is a Taurus. He's not really outgoing at all, so that definitely makes me feel like he shouldn't be a popularity sim. It definitely feels more... See, yep, there he goes. He's getting yelled at by Louis Aspir, who is hopping in the pool to yell at him, apparently. But this definitely feels like knowledge sim material for me. So John comes from a long line of highly intelligent, highly trained, and mysteriously disappearing intelligence agents. Will he learn to live on his own rather than spying on others? I mean, so far, it looks like that's all he does is spy on others. Let's actually look at his family tree here. We haven't looked at the family tree of other people, but he does have a family tree. So I guess he does have, family that he can look back on. So you have Ivy Mole, Edmund Mole, James Mole. What? Mole? And then Becky Provocateur, Alastair, and that's as far back as it goes. So I guess that does make sense that checks out in his story. What job does he have? Yep, that would make sense. He is a crime scene investigator in the intelligence career. And his house does feel like maybe the base of somebody that does do a lot of spying. This is like a very cold, sci-fi, especially 90s and 2000s sci-fi movie aesthetic going on here. So that does make sense. Actually, the whole house kind of has that feeling. So that makes sense. However, you look through his relationships here, he probably knows about everybody, or the majority of people in town, has some decent relationships, is, romantic with Sharon, although Sharon's a romance sim, so nothing's ever going to really come of that, other than maybe, an unwanted child. But, yeah, I don't know. John is definitely the most interesting character on paper when you, look at it from the point of view of the rest of the town, but when you come into the house itself, he kind of just like everybody else. I don't know how to explain it other than that. I like his setup. This house is definitely meant for one person, and if he ever did have more family, you'd have to adjust things, but it definitely fits with him. This house tells a story. This house fits John. So I do like that. There were a few other families that it felt like... There were 3 families in total. There was the Aspirs, there was the... I can't remember her last name, the grilled cheese lady. What was her name? Right here. Natasha Una. Her house told a story, and then John's family also tells a story. But the rest of the houses were kind of just... But yeah, that is Desiderata Valley. It's alright. I hear a lot of people really don't like this neighborhood, and I can see why they don't like it, but it's definitely a neighborhood that I could play. I'm not going to say that I am the best at creating neighborhoods ever. Crandifold is very boring. it's boring on purpose because it's like the overall story is that there's a bunch of just normal families thrown into the town for whatever reason. Whereas this one, it kind of just seems like everybody is happy, everything is going great for them, and then maybe there's like a small problem thrown in to give it a tiny bit of spice. I'm not going to go ahead and check on the community lot. Yeah, I'm not going to go ahead and check on the community lots because, like, after I'm done playing Veronaville for 40 years or whatever, this will probably be the town that I hop into and do next after Veronaville. But yeah, it's not a bad neighborhood. Like, the houses are nicely built. Everything else looks nice. It's just that there's not, like, the spice in the lore that you get in something like Pleasant View or Strangetown. But yeah, it's all right. And that is where I'm going to leave it. Hey there, thank you for watching to the end of the video. It means a lot to me. If you enjoyed the video, if you would consider leaving a like down there, and if you want to see some more from me, maybe consider subscribing. I'm going to be playing a variety of games on this channel, but mostly The Sims on Fridays, but Mondays, I'm going to be playing whatever I feel like at the time. So thanks again, and I will see you next time.